Hey everyone, welcome back. It is a very rainy day here in Virginia. Hurricane Ida is starting to come. We haven't really had too much of anything. Last night there was a lot of thunderstorms, really scary thunderstorms. We had a tornado warning, but nothing happened. And then the rest of the day it's just been raining. It's about noon now. It looks like all of the heavy rain, possibly wind, is going to be this afternoon, so it's a little dark in here today. But because it was either I'm feeling better, it's a cooler day because it's in the 70s, or the fact that it's the first day of September, I wanted some kind of like wintry fall comfort food. So the idea started with, I saw Tillamook cheese, I think that's how you pronounce it. They had a Parmesan shredded blend on sale at my grocery store a couple weeks ago. So I got it and I thought I'm gonna make polenta with that in the Instapot. And then I was thinking, what goes good with polenta? Many things go good with polenta, but for some reason I wanted like beef of some kind. So then I thought, well, what do I have? And I have a few chuck roasts, so I decided to do Italian pot roast, which I usually do in my Instapot either as a pressure cooker or I use the slow cooker function, but I obviously can't use both at the same time, so I whipped out, I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh my God, where is that? Over here. I whipped out my slow cooker. So I need to get that going. It's noon. The recipe says 4 to 6 hours. I hope it's thawed. I took it out yesterday and let it sit in the sink in some water all morning, so it should be thawed. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We just got back from the farm and I picked up my veggies. So I haven't showed you guys what I've been getting for my veggie haul from my CSA this summer for a while. So I figured I'd show you that. Sadly, because of my stomach, we have been putting a lot of the produce in compost, which like hurts my soul, but I just have not been able to stomach vegetables this summer. So, I think we're gonna do okay. I have a couple recipes that I'm hoping to use most of this up, and then for the rest of it, I'm going to do some freezer prep. Prep it and stick it in the freezer, so hopefully none of this ends up in the compost bin this week. Okay, so here we go. September 1st, this is what we got this week from our CSA. Here's the farm I go to in Rappahannock County in case you're interested. Waterpenny Farm. They also do CSA deliveries all over Northern Virginia, Warrenton, I believe Alexandria, I could be wrong, but you can check out their website. It's waterpennyfarm.com. So not a whole surprise. I mean, the usual summer stuff. We got some big tomatoes. I got some potatoes that are dirty because they just came out of the dirt, so I gotta wash these and then I'll put them away. I believe this is called Thai basil. Oh, it smells so pretty. I have plans for this. 4 zucchini, yellow zucchini, green zucchini, a mess of bell peppers and some patty pan squash, and a mess of cherry tomatoes. And then this is a adorable little melon. Look how sweet this is. I've had the worst luck at cutting this thing. Either I cut it, we've been getting these all summer. I think this is probably the 6th one. I either cut them too early and they're hard, or I wait too long and they're rotten. So I'm gonna cut it tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So for the meatloaf, what am I talking about? For the pot roast, I'm gonna use tomatoes from last week that I still have. Hopefully they're good. If not, I'll use some of these guys. I'm gonna use my veggie chopper and I'm gonna go ahead and chop up all these tomatoes, put them in a mason jar. I think I'm gonna make pasta sauce. I'm gonna save one for, since it's Labor Day weekend, for burgers. This one feels good to me. So I think I'm gonna save him for burgers. Like I said, I'm gonna wash those. These guys, I'm going to attempt to, I've been trying to make this all summer. So Friday's dessert day, I think I'm gonna make chocolate zucchini cake with cream cheese frosting. That is what I would like to do. So that's what I'm gonna plan on doing with these. The peppers, I don't have any upcoming recipes, and salads are just not in my forecast anytime soon. So I don't want them to go bad. I'm going to wash them and veggie chop them. I have some in the fridge from last week. I'm gonna go ahead and veggie chop those. Peppers freeze great. I use them in chilies, soups, what else? Burrito bowls, all sorts of stuff that I'll need for the winter and for postpartum freezer meals that I'm gonna be making. So I don't wanna waste these. I'm gonna veggie chop them. I already said I'm gonna chop him up tomorrow. I'm going to make pasta sauce, hopefully tomorrow, in maybe the slow cooker since it's already out. So I'll use this basil. I actually found that if I just plunk this whole thing in a mason jar of water, keep it on the counter, it keeps for a couple days. The cherry tomatoes, like I said, we're not doing salads, and I wish I would just eat these things as is, but I'm not a big cherry tomato fan, so I think these are all just gonna go in my pasta sauce that I'm gonna make. So that is the plan. Let me get this all cleaned up and we will get the roast going. Aren't these gorgeous? They're so pretty. So I think the plan of attack is I'm going to use my amazing OXO veggie chopper. And I'm going to chop the peppers up first just because they make less of a mess. And I'm going to put them in a freezer bag, pop them in the freezer, and then I'm going to tackle my tomatoes. And I think I'm just going to put them in a big Pyrex dish in the refrigerator. I need some of them for my recipe, but not all of them. And then tomorrow we'll deal with the rest for that pasta sauce I was talking about.
For a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest but I'm not. I just wanna go my own way, gonna let the past burn down. Cause honestly, don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. With you, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 Songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way.
Isn't that so pretty? And it didn't really take much time at all. So I did put this in a plastic. I was debating plastic or silicone bag, but I put it in a plastic bag just so I can see it. And I'm going to flatten this out, toss this in the freezer. Mo wants to say hi. Hi, Mo. And then I'm gonna tackle these tomatoes. I just gave this guy a quick rinse. The tomatoes I'm just gonna dump in a Pyrex dish, and then we have those to use for dinner. I also need to remember that this is for our Labor Day hamburgers, so I need to put him way off to the side so I don't get chopper crazy.
I just wanna go my own way, 'cause I am on my way. 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 I am on my way.
And again, how pretty are these? Isn't this gorgeous? So I do realize that these are not the classic tomatoes that you use for tomato sauce and things. These are more like eating tomatoes or tomatoes to make sandwiches or burgers with, but I'm using them because I don't want them to go bad. So all of those tomatoes are, I would say it's about 8 cups. And I'm using 24 ounces, I think is the recipe, a 24-ounce can. So I'll probably use like a hefty, I'm probably gonna use a bunch of this for the pot roast. So let me clean house and then we'll start getting the pot roast going because it's noon and I want this guy to start. Okay, so I got my crock pot here and I know these are controversial, but I'm gonna go ahead and use these. I only have a few left. I don't know if I'll continue using them. Like I've said before, when I do the slow cooker, I usually actually just use my Instapot and then put it in the dishwasher, to be honest. Okay, this is my last bag. So I'm using the bag, not in the recipe, you don't have to do that. I'll link the recipe I'm using below. It's from Taste of Home and it's called Italian Pot Roast. So I'm using Butcher Box. This is grass-fed boneless chuck roast, and this guy is 2 1/4 pounds. The Butcher Box roast is always a little bit smaller, so it's about half the size of the recipe, but that's fine. That's fine. Next is some chopped onion, and I'm of course using frozen onion that I prepped another time. I'm just gonna use this big onion hunk. It's fine. So this is not homemade, but I'm using some beef broth. I had this left over from another recipe. Oh God, Matt closed it on me. Let's see if I can open this. So use some of this in here, and honestly, I'm gonna use the rest in the pasta sauce tomorrow. I'm gonna hit this with some salt and pepper. So I'm doing a little cheat here. The recipe calls for basil and oregano, and I'm just going to use Italian seasoning. One clove of garlic. I'm cheating again. I'm using the squeezed garlic. I'm gonna add a little bit more. We like garlic in this house. Is that it? Oh, the tomatoes. So here are those beautiful tomatoes. So I'm just gonna grab like 2 cups worth of, just plop them all in. The rest we'll use it for this pasta sauce tomorrow. So not much to look at right now, but I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on her. And she is going to cook on low for 5 to 6 hours. I'm gonna do 5. We'll see how it is because my roast is smaller. And if you wanna see real life, I mean, really have no excuse for this, but we just came back from my in-laws this weekend. It's Wednesday, we came back Sunday. I have stuff from Costco, mail, subscribe and save from Amazon. Ugh, just this whole counter just gets clutter. So this is where the crock pot is going. I gotta find a space and then I gotta make lunch. So we'll be back in a little bit. So it's been 6 hours. That's done. So I'm gonna pull the meat out and make the gravy for this. And I'm getting ready to start the polenta. This is from Bon Appetit. I'll list the recipe below. It's pretty easy and it's just polenta, 1 part polenta, 4 parts water, but I'm gonna use chicken stock. And then you just heat it up and cook it for 9 minutes on high, add your butter and parm, done. And then I'm just heating up some baby carrots that we actually had for dinner yesterday, and then dinner's ready.